The cooler has been an absolute essential for tailgates and beach days alike. For years, people have been forced to lug large coolers long distances to their desired destinations, oftentimes in uncomfortable ways. As a group, we decided to put an end to the old, boring, unpractical cooler. Most importantly, our cooler had to be a motorized vehicle capable of holding a passenger. On top of that crucial function, we decided to add the much desired features of a built-in radio and a cooling system that would eliminate the need for heavy ice that is doomed to melt anyway. This cooling system is known as absorption refrigeration. Water, ammonia, and hydrogen gas are combined under pressure in a generator. A gas burner brings the solution to a boil, the ammonia rises up the tube as a gas, and the water separates and returns to a separator. The ammonia continues upward until it reaches the condenser, where it dissipates its heat and returns to a liquid form, which trickles into the freezer unit and combines with hydrogen gas. This chemical marriage results in vigorous evaporation and cooling. As a result of evaporation, the ammonia and gas enters the evaporator, where more cooling occurs, then back to the separator, where it rejoins the water and starts the process again. Obviously, the first thing we needed was the cooler. We took an old, basic cooler and measured its dimensions in order to determine what size platform we would have to mount it on. Next, we purchased a simple motor scooter that we planned to strip down for parts that would be needed in order to motorize, as well as steer, the cooler. These parts included the motor, battery, chain, wheels, handlebar, and throttle. The building of the base for the cooler took many precision measurements, much precision cutting, and much precision drilling. After attaching the base, it was clear that the considerations we took when designing it paid off, as there is easy access to the battery, charging hole, and on-off switch, as well as space underneath to place the speakers. The next task we took on proved to be more difficult. As we discovered that balancing and steering the cooler took actual skill, we decided that the addition of training wheels was necessary. Again, much precision was required, as any slight error would throw off the functionality of our cooler. The main problem we encountered was the splitting of the wood, which was hard to avoid when being forced to drill so close to the edge of the wood. However, after a few ugly attempts, we finally succeeded and added the training wheels to our cooler. Once we mounted the cooler to the base using 4 large screws, our main part of the project was ready for takeoff. Next came the speaker system, which we originally wanted to wire to the battery of the scooter, but decided that it would take too much battery life away from the motor. Therefore, we simply bungee corded them on. Many emails were sent to companies with mini fridges that had our desired cooling system in hopes of receiving one that could be slightly modified and attached to our cooler. After waiting a very, very long time to hear back from somebody, we finally received the donation we were looking for. However, this system shocked us with its size and caused us to have to quickly take a different route, attempting to recreate the system in a smaller size. We attached our propane system, then mocked up a generator, which led all the way up to the condenser, which then went into the cooler where we had our evaporator. Which then came out of the cooler and back into the separator, where it would meet again at the generator. The final touch was a lightning blue spray paint to make everyone else more jealous than they already were.